Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It's Will Markland. Today we've got some voicemails that Angela was kind enough to leave us. These were things that George had left on her phone several years ago. They cover a couple different topics. I was going to give some context to each batch of voicemails that you guys listen to. This first set is about George mad that Angela will not call her back or call him back on the phone. She said that she disconnected her number and turned her phone off, so he wouldn't call her anymore, and he left these very nice, welcoming, heartfelt voicemails to her. Let's take a listen.
Phone went dead. Turn your phone back on. Answer your phone. Turn your phone back on. Phone went dead here, Lee. Phone's dropped. You call back. You call back here.
Received March 11th at 3:11 p.m.
Hey, look, I need you to answer your phone. I got something I want to tell you. So answer your phone. Oh, you fucking cunt. You hold the phone in my face, you fucking cunt. How do I expose you? How do I fucking expose you to the world? You know what I'm talking about? You cunt. Hold the phone in my face again. You are a ruthless bitch. You are a fucking heartless, insignificant, self-centered bitch. Hey, cunt. How about me fucking you a little bit? How about me fucking exposing you a little bit? You like that? I'm about ready to do that. I'm thinking about doing that now. You piss me off. You don't give a shit about anyone. You just piss me off right now. Okay? You know what, bitch? You are a self-centered fucking heartless bitch. You are a fucking heartless cunt. A fucking cunt with a capital C. So you only want you close your fucking bitch.
Received February 26th at 9:02 p.m.
Yeah, I don't know if you're on a milk carton or if you're, what the hell the deal is. I don't know if your face is on a milk carton or, what the fuck's going on. But anyway, whatever. If you want to be, that way, then that's fine. If you want to be that way and not return the call, that's fine as well. Like I said, I didn't know if you were even breathing or alive, or didn't know if you were still alive or even breathing. But anyway, whatever. I think that you just don't want to talk. So if you don't want to talk, that's fine. But you obviously have some hang-ups and you have some issues that you probably need to deal with on your own end. So there you go. Whatever.
To replay.
Close the phone in my face again, you bitch. You're gonna pay royally for that. I guarantee that. You are a fucking heartless fucking bitch. Okay? And you fucking reap what you fucking sow. You got it? You will fucking reap what you fucking sow. You close the phone on me once again. You will pay for that. Well, I'm not going to get into this with you, all this shit with you and whatnot. I am in a real bad place right now. I need at least $100 to pay my car payment for the month. All right? You gave a damn or had any common respect, you'd help me out. I need at least $100 to pay for my car payment. All right? Do you have any fucking common decency or common respect or whatever? At least you would help me out with this. Give me a call.
Resave. End of messages.
This next batch is regarding a coffee house that George wanted to buy that him and Angela were supposed to go in on together. So George has left some very kind voicemails to her about the coffee shop.
Yeah, trying to call back and your phone is down. Trying to call you back and your phone is down. So what else is new? What else is freaking new? Anyway, I've already spoken with him again, and we're at an impasse because I'm not interested in the store, not that store. And so we are in a major impasse. The only store that I'm interested in is his store, and that's the only store that I'm interested in. So he's telling me that the crowd that he wants, he doesn't know that that's the same crowd that he would be under the name. So if we carry the name, he doesn't know we'll be able to keep the same crowd because it's a certain crowd that he wants for blah, 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 blah. And he doesn't want karaoke. hierarchy in there. So, that's not going to fly as far as I'm concerned. It's not going to fly. So we're at a major impasse, and it ain't going to happen. All right, just giving you a call. Your phone is down. You're welcome to do. I mean, if you want to do it, you go ahead and do it. But I advise again. All right, later.
End of message. Resave.
Also, too, he's not interested in selling it straight out. It's going to be his brand name, which means that you'll be owning it, but you have to go under his guidelines because you're carrying the name. He's saying it's not a franchise concept. It is a franchise concept because the way he's doing it is working in franchise. He won't have royalties, or you won't have to pay royalties. It'd be yours, but you have to follow his guidelines. Well, I don't care which way he's going to spread it or say it. That is a franchise if you have to go under the name, the guidelines of the company's name. You have to follow those guidelines. So, whatever. The press tax says he has a lot of beatnik kids, he has a lot of beatnik, nerdy kids that work there, and my personality and what I want to portray is not going to mesh with that, and it probably won't. So, and he wants to still be controlling of it, or still after the sale is bought and changed hands, we're carrying the name. If we're carrying the name, then he wants to call the shots as well. So that's not going to work as far as I'm concerned. I might work with you, but it's not going to work with me. So you're welcome to talk to him tomorrow, whatever. All right, later.
Resave.
Take your damn money and yourself, and you go down the garbage disposal and flush yourself down the commode. I'm tired of this shit, of you throwing this shit in my face. Take your money and yourself and go flush it down the commode. Flush yourself down the fucking commode. Flush yourself down the fucking commode with your money. I'm tired of you dangling that over my head. I'm tired of you dangling that shit over my head. You have no intentions of doing shit, and the bottom line is this is your fucking way out. By copping out and saying that you spoke to him and saying he has no intention to sell it. That's your way out of it. Well, that's a bunch of shit, and I'm going to call you out on it. You're a fucking liar. You're a fucking liar. You're going to talk to him. You're not going to know what to say. You're going to talk to him, and you're not going to know what to say, and you're going to fuck it up anyway. And then that's going to be your way out by saying he didn't want to sell. He didn't want to sell the place. You're going to use that as an excuse saying he didn't want to sell the place. Well, let me tell you something. You're so fucking transparent, it's not even funny. You're going to fuck up the whole thing on your own. You go ahead and fuck it up on your own. Okay? That's the idea was for you to come down here and talk to him in person with me. You didn't want to do that. You were supposed to come down here and talk to him in person with me, but you didn't want to do that. So now you're going to. This is to clear your conscience. Well, this is not going to clear your conscience. And you're going to fuck it up even more. So I don't give a shit anymore. Go fuck off. Okay? Just fuck off because you. Okay? Will use that as an excuse. And I'm not stupid. You're going to use that as an excuse that he didn't want to sell. Okay? I'm not a stupid wench. You're going to use that as an excuse he didn't want to sell. Well, I did what I could. To say, well, that's an easy way out for you. That's an excuse and that's a bunch of shit. And I'll call you out on it. That's a bunch of fucking shit. So go fuck off. I don't want to hear any more shit from you. Because you're a liar and you're a fucking just a repetitive piece of shit. A fucking liar and just a piece of shit. Just fuck off. You get a fucking hot.
End of message. Delete. Resave.
Listen here. You were supposed to come down here. You didn't. So you can just fuck off, okay? You were supposed to come down here 4 different times and you didn't come down. And you didn't keep your word and you lied. So you can fuck off, okay? You are using this as an excuse. And it ain't going to be an excuse. You're going to use this as a fucking excuse and try to use it as a fucking excuse. And it's not going to work as an excuse. So go take your ball and go somewhere else. I'm tired of this shit. You're just a fucking liar. And I don't like liars, okay? And you will be constantly a liar, and there's no way to get out of it. The only way you get out of it is to come out here and keep your word. That's the way to do it. That was how I wanted it to be and how it was supposed to be. You come down here and keep your word. That's the way it was supposed to go down. So go fuck off. Honestly, go fuck off. I don't want to hear any more shit. Okay? You're a first-class liar, and you're not even good at that. You're a bona fide liar.
End of message. Resave.
These are about George and some drama that he had with his roommate at the time. Not sure which one it was, but yeah, he's pissed about his roommate needing to move out and his roommate calling the cops on him.
Received March 5th at 8:27 7 p.m.
Move this up. Move this up. Get the fuck up there. Behind you, Steve. Behind you. You're not behind me. You're in me. I told you behind you. Move it. Yeah. Oh, you have what's there? You're responsible for tonight like that. For fucking idiot tonight. Literally.
To replay, press 4. To erase, press 7. Message saved. Marked for deletion. Received February 25th at 7:26 a.m.
Yeah, I don't know what your problem is or what your situation, what your deal is, but whatever. Not quite sure what your problem is, but you know what the fuck ever. Anyway, Mr. Hallowich is going to go bye-bye. I went ahead. He pissed me off last night, and pretty much made a comment to me, and I told I went ahead and pulled out one of those ninja swords and told him to get the fuck out. So he called the police. Pulled the ninja sword out, and he actually called the police on me. Anyway, at this point, I don't really give a shit because I want him out, and I told the other guy that moved him in, I don't care what you do, I pay you to get him the fuck out of here. He still owes me my fucking rent. So, I don't trust him as far as I can throw him. He says that he'll leave on his own. Well, it's coming March, and he ain't leaving on his own. I want him the fuck out of my place. That's the bottom fucking line. So I've got an issue right now that I'm actually dealing with. But I don't know if you give a shit or not, but give a shit. But anyway, I gotta go to the court and actually file the document and hopefully get this guy to get his ass out. They moved him in the fire. So a cab driver. I told him I'd pay him to get him out. All right, look it out. Just letting you know, whatever. All right.
Received March 5th at 8:28 p.m.
I was calling you back, and I'm sure you heard that message. And it means I was leaving you a message, and I'm sure you heard that carrying on in the back here. I'm gonna tell you what. I mean, this son of a bitch is gonna leave. Okay? And of course, you heard the message. I didn't want to leave that message to you. But this son of a bitch is gonna leave very soon, and not tonight. Give me a call back.
Message saved. Marked for deletion.
That was Matt calling me restricted. Don't ask me why. He said he didn't know what he was doing. But that was Matt calling me restricted. And he said that he didn't realize he was doing that. So, there you go. All right. Turn your phone back on.
Resave.
This last batch is about George and the trolls flagging his video on YouTube and getting his account a strike.
Received March 9th at 8:01 a.m.
Yeah, look, they flagged the videos, but they didn't flag the video that I thought they would flag. They flagged show 4, and I'm racking my brain trying to figure out how the fuck can they flag show 4 when it was very mild compared to the one that I'm attacking them, and I'm racking my brain. Thurston is very active. He's got videos on Vimeo. And, of course, Vimeo is the one that won't fucking remove videos, so he uploaded 10 videos on Vimeo. So now I've got to try to let Vimeo know that they're going to get, that they need to remove the shit. But I figured it out. The reason how they got rid of show 4, which makes no fucking sense, is that the Beach Boys Kokomo song reverbed as Camel Toe. That thing has been out there for ages on the fucking internet. It's not my material. I mean, and so they flagged it as we started to show off on show 4 that Camel Toe. The reverb Beach Boys, the spoof Kokomo song was spoofed. And it's reverb, so they flagged it for that shit. And that's something that's already on the internet already. It's already out, so that's fucked up. Anyway, all right. Anyway, I'm trying to get a hold of Matthew right now, trying to get the shit put back on, and maybe, whatever, take that part out, put it back on. This is fucked up. Now, there's a strike on my account. to strike on my account, and now it's going to be worse. Now, now we can't upload full shows now. Appealed it and all. This is fucking ridiculous. All right. Anyway, it's bullshit. All right. Go ahead and get a maybe with it. All right.
To replay, message saved. Marked for deletion.
I need you to keep your eyes and ears open for my new account. Check on my new account, see if it's listed. I've got it blocked, but I want to make sure that none of the friends list show. They're going through a policy change there where the privacy is not going to be as stricter as it was. So this new account, I want to make sure once the new account is up, I want you to check for me to see if you see the account and make sure that nothing's being shown on there. This has caused me a fucking leveling effect. It's caused me a leveling effect. I'm going to go after these son of bitches. I'm going to go after these son of bitches. What they're doing is fucking criminal, and I'm going to go after these son of bitches one by one. I need you to look at the channel, look at the page for the Facebook account, and make sure the Facebook account appears. Check the Facebook account up, make sure it appears. Once it does, keep me posted. Keep me posted to what's going on.
Saved voice message Sunday, 6:52 p.m.
Received March 9th at 8:06 a.m.
Yeah, they flagged the fucking video. It was either Brennan or fucking Thurston. And they fucking flagged the show 4 video, and I'm racking my brain trying to figure out how they could flag that video. They didn't flag the first one, though, which they're liable to do. And I've already got a strike against my account because of shit. I went ahead and appealed. Then I figured it out because the show 4 had the reverb Beach Boys song, Kokomo. It was called Camel Toe. And that thing has been on the fucking internet for a long time. But they flagged it for that video there. Fucking joke. Anyway, get back with me when you get this message. Get back with me when you get this message.
To replay, press message saved. Marked for deletion.
The background on this next voicemail is Jamie was out with George, and Jamie decided to ditch him and take off with another guy to go drink. Later that day, the police found her passed out in a parking lot, and they called Angela to ID her. Angela was the only contact in her iPhone at the time. They took her to the hospital, and George kept bothering the staff at the hospital about it. And so he called Angela regarding the issue.
This is getting the way out of hand here. They put her in a room, but they won't tell me now what room she's in. And I told them that I was there last night, and they won't tell me what room she's in. That hospital is not a fucking hospital. It's more like a fucking jail. That hospital she's at is more not like a fucking hospital. It's more like a fucking jail because of where it's located. Anyway, they won't tell me much of anything. They tell me I said I was there last night. She was admitted in there. I was with her. What room she's at, they won't tell me. Blah, blah, blah. So now, she called this morning. I told her the situation, and then I told her the real story, and then she hung up. Now I can't get a hold of her. I don't know what the hell is going on. I did tell her the real story, and now it seems like, I don't know. I don't know what makes to make heads to tails or tails to heads or what's going on, but I did bring that to her. I mean, I did say to her point blank that what happened. Now she's not answering her phone, so there's not really much I can do now, I guess. Just to sit here and fucking wait for her to call. I don't know how many days she's going to be there, and they're not telling me shit. And I told them I was there last night. And anyway, whatever the case might be, I'm not getting anything out of it. No answers, no nothing. And it's like a jail. I mean, she's literally in a fucking jail where she's at. And because it's African American centralized in the frickin' project area, and that's why it is what it is. All right, whatever.
Our last voicemail is Jamie passing out on a sidewalk. George took her to 400 West Gray Street and gave her some money to buy medicine. Jamie got high, ran across the street, and fell asleep on the sidewalk. Jamie would get out of control, and George called Angela in the middle of the night to see if he could call her and get her back in his cab.
The hotel had a party of 6 people that they were going to put in my taxi. She's with me right now, riding shotgun. There were 6 people that were going to go in my taxi, and I had to get the front taxi, a front seat available, and they wouldn't go in. They wouldn't split up into 2 parties. So then I told her, I said, look, let me go in and get these people. Stay right here. I'll be right back. She walked out of my taxi, and now she's across the street, lying down on the street floor near the Bank of America, and she won't come back to my taxi. The hotel had 6 people that they were going to put in. They didn't want to use 2 taxis. They wanted to use 1 taxi. And then I told her, I said, look, let me go ahead and get these people. Stay right here in the Omni. I'll be right back. Stay in the Omni. I'll be right back. So she goes ahead, and she bolts out, takes everything out. She bolts out. She goes across the street over to the Bank of America. And she's lying down on the floor. I went by there twice to get her up, and she will not come back to the damn taxi. So, I can't deal with this. Why don't you get on the phone and try to wake her up? I can't deal with this shit. Get her. I mean, she's just out of control. Try to get her up, or try to get her to come back here. Give her a call, or text her.
These voicemails will be discussed further in a upcoming episode of the True Narrative podcast when Angela returns, but I hope you enjoyed them. George is a very pleasant, kind, and loving person, as you can tell. I feel bad for making fun of him after listening to this, because he's just an upstanding citizen, and why would anybody want to make fun of someone so genuine? Have a good one, guys.